Yo, what up, Street Talks, Eric Kim. Alright, so some turbo thoughts. So this thought is, if all of us just indulge ourselves into extreme vanity, could this help solve some of the world problems? So this is my thought. Truth be told, for myself, my opinions are mine, and the only reason I share it with you is that I'm essentially giving you the advice that I wish someone gave me in the past, or exposing you to ideas that I wish someone else exposed me to. But I don't want to tell you what to think, how to think, and stuff like that. But certainly, this is the tricky thing, is everyone wants to superimpose their ideology upon you. And for the most part, everyone is as Nassim Taleb calls it, interventionalista, which is people who always just try to intervene in your lives and try to essentially fuck with you, right? So when it comes to diet, nutrition, how to exercise, blah, blah. And, my suggestion is you just gotta follow the money, right? Follow the money, ask yourself, are they selling a product? Are you selling a service? Blah, blah. And, even for you, you can't trust Eric Kim 100%, right? Especially when it comes to photography, because, I make my life from photography. However, at least the good thing is I don't really make my, and also you probably noticed that none of my YouTube videos are actually monetized. YouTube recently changed their upload thing, and they're always trying to get you to monetize, but I'm I don't like ads. So the simple silver rule, like Nassim Taleb talks about, don't do unto others as you don't want others to do unto you, which means, if you don't like fucking YouTube ads and you're a creator, don't put YouTube ads in your videos. Certainly everyone needs to make a living. Yeah, I kind of get that, but I just try to put myself in the shoes of others. So once again, because I don't really make money off YouTube, it's fun for me because I'm more free spirit and I could just do whatever I want. But anyways, so essentially what I wanted to talk about is, extreme vanity actually might be a good thing. So modern day society says thou shalt not be an individual unless one buys their individuality. So this is where people don't understand about America, we are pseudo individualistic, which means you're only allowed to be individualistic insofar much as, I bought a Lexus, or you bought a Toyota, or I bought a Prius, or, I bought a Lambo, or I bought an Audi, whatever it may be. So it's a very superficial display of individuality. I actually think that the true individuality is speaking your mind, not censoring yourself. And for me, I judge people the best when their online self and their real life self accords, and also whether people have the courage to speak their minds. And this is why I have extreme admiration for our best friend Kanye West, because he speaks his mind, and people don't like people who speak their mind. That's why everyone hates Kanye. And also my thought too is that when you're really in love with a celebrity or a public figure or whatever, you essentially, what actually ends up happening is you turn them into your external avatar. So if you listen to Kanye from college dropout days, there's a certain social justice-y, socially conscious rap music that Ye was putting out, right? However, now that he's wilding out and stuff like that, people are so angry because they've attached their ego to that past version of Kanye, and as a consequence they feel their own individuality or their own ego threatened, and so people hate on it. But I'm if he's a real Kanye fan, what that means is just let the man do his thing, and just let him do his thing. Don't judge him, right? And so for myself, I've kind of realized that my apex value in life is saying whatever I want to do and not having to be forced to do anything or saying things I don't want to do. So it's kind of a combination of freedom, I guess, liberty, whatever. And this is where I think America still accords with me the best. Certainly other countries, have better healthcare and stuff like that. But you know, nothing is free, everything has a price to pay. And so I think if you really truly do value, you know, freedom of speech, blah blah, America is the best place, or if not, maybe the least bad place in the world. And so if you really do indulge yourself in extreme vanity, that actually means that you don't really care about other people too much. So like, for example, I don't think I've ever left a YouTube comment in my whole life. And it's funny too, because like I've had YouTube for almost a decade now, right? From when did I start? I think I started I uploaded my first YouTube video when I was 21, 22. I'm 32 now. Yo, I've been in this for a decade, yo. That's gangsta. Anyways, so I've only maybe ever left a comment to one of Cindy's videos or Todd Hada's videos. But besides that, like, I'm like, yo, like, if I don't like the video, I'm just gonna not watch it or turn it off. And even, it's so funny, even though I make a lot of YouTube videos, I watch practically zero YouTube. The only time I'll ever watch a YouTube video if, like, you know, I don't know, Kanye puts out a new music video and I'll just watch it there, or a Jay-Z music video or a Kendrick music video. But besides that, I don't actually really watch any YouTube. Now, extreme vanity to me means just like leave other people alone. Like if people want to be gay, bisexual, you know, I don't know, do you know, weird stuff with Google incognito tabs open, you know, just kind of leave people alone, let them do their weird shit. I think in society, or at least in America, I mean, things we shouldn't tolerate. We should prosecute people to the extremist extent. You know, pedophilia, my simple suggestion is if anybody is convicted or, you know, tried and found to be a pedophilia person, chemical castration seems like a good idea. And, you know, certainly, and this is a tricky thing too, right? Like I'm a left-leaning liberal for the most part, grew up in the Bay Area. But yo, if people want to be, you know, have certain beliefs and thoughts, we should tolerate it. But what we should not tolerate is people who want to incite violence or, you know, break the law, right? So this is kind of tricky because, you know, for example, the KKK, you know, they are a group that incites violence against certain peoples, right? So essentially, they should not be allowed to do it, to exist, and then the police should exert their fullest powers upon them. Similarly speaking, you know, if you got a bunch of like neo-Nazis saying, oh, you know, let's attack and kill or murder people's XYZ, yo, the FBI or the police or whoever should definitely lock up these psychos, right? And so for me, I have value in my ideas and my thoughts, but I know that my thoughts and my ideas are not ultimate truth, and I don't believe in any ultimate truth. I think everything besides maybe physics, everything is subjective, and it's based on our own personal perspective. And even if you think about philosophy, I mean, there is no righter or wronger philosophy in the world. It's all subjective. And what that means is you as an individual, you have the power to posit your own values, your own beliefs, your own thoughts, your own personal end game. And like a very practical suggestion is, you know, start your own blog, bluehost.com, install wordpress.org. I think it costs like $5 a month. Yo, I'm like, the price of, yo, I'm like, people spend fucking $300 a month on a car, spend a crazy mortgage. I'm like, yo, you can't afford $5 a month. Or people, they have a Spotify, if you have a Spotify account, Netflix account, Amazon Prime, any of the subscription services, you could afford $5 a month, come on. And then also start a YouTube channel. I mean, YouTube is certainly, it's probably, I mean, it's kind of the only place to really share videos. I mean, Facebook's doing their video thing too. I'm less distrustful of YouTube than Facebook, but just, you know, vlog, share your ideas. You could just use your iPhone, your Ricoh, your Fuji. I'm personally using a Lumix G9 Rode video mic windjammer with a Leica Lumix 12mm lens. So this setup seems ideal for me. And just share your thoughts, share your opinions, share your ideas, expose others to dope ideas, and let's all flourish.